condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coon. The white man to go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, given to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations, I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me?
that motherfucking car one more time, I'll punch you in your fucking face. Back the fuck off of me. I said back the fuck off of me! You just hit me!
Lady, you need to stop. You've been harassing him this whole time.
Thank you. Leave me the fuck alone.
I've been recording you, ma'am.
Of course you are.
And then what? What are you gonna fucking do?
Okay, turn around, dude. We're done.
Not a goddamn
We're
thing.
done.
Fuck off.
We're done.
Fuck off.
She's been harassing him this whole time.
I'm not. Ma'am, what are you, how are you even in here?
What is this, Bobby?
No, especially when somebody's like,
The line.
Keep going.
you can turn your camera off.
No, I'll just wait.
All right.
That line goes super easy. That's not all over the top.
And we have a chicken shit camera. Like, that's the part that we're doing. Talk about it. Stop. I know. I hope you're enjoying this. I really do. I just wonder, do you just have that out all the time throughout going to the store?
No, just when people are harassing others and acting like parents.
I wasn't.
I'm not gonna even get in an argument with you.
Yeah, you're still recording. That's what's getting like. It would be one thing if you actually turned it off. Like the interaction's done. Now it's between us. Because this is stupid. Let me ask you a question. I just want to understand. Excuse me. You're gonna record me. Oh wow. And you're not even gonna listen? Oh, that's trashy. That's trashy. Like, were you there when it all happened? Don't even. You have to engage. Well, it's a simple question. It's not gonna engage. It's not gonna. I understand, but it's a simple question. Were you even there when it all happened? You have the whole thing on recording? That's what I would like to know. The whole thing, even him cutting in front of us? No, because I was the last one in line. So you weren't there. You wouldn't know. And that's the part where you're just like, oh,
Don't fucking talk to me.
we're going over here. Don't worry.
I find it all nefarious. I find it all so nefarious. At the end of the day, here's the thing. I want you all to pay attention to how the guy who came up to see what was going on, he didn't bother to ask the black guy what's going on. He immediately went to Karen. And then once the lady who was recording says to him, they've been harassing him the entire time. And then he says, it's not even worth it. Walks away. Did you all see that? Did you all peep that? He walks away. And I find it also interesting. He didn't bother to ask them what's going on. But see, that's how it goes. Juju, watch your language in the chats. Watch your language in the chat, beloved. But we don't want to call people nasty names. But with that all being said, I find it all very interesting. And then, did you see how they snapped their fingers at the lady with the camera? Then told her that's trashy. No, I'm sorry. What's trashy is your behavior, your attitude. And the fact that what they were doing was walking up so closely on that man that they were likely hitting the heels of his feet with the buggy. They were bumping into him with that buggy. Why would you be walking so close up on someone? Then when he turned around and said something, then the blonde told him to just turn around, like she tells him what to do. Danielle said exactly exactly, Queen. I peeped that. Okay. Let me tell you all something. That's why if you see something, say something. You see how the guy came over to their defense and was like, what's going on? Trying to help them out. Yeah, that's the same thing we need to do. When you see something like that, like the lady that started recording, that's exactly what you need to do. Start recording. And then she turns around and asks the lady, so do you always just have that thing out? And the lady said, yeah, when I see people harassing other people. And then she's like, well, the interaction's done. Now it's between us. Girl, get out of my face. I can record whatever I want. That's what I would have told her. How come I never run into these type of people? Because I will give them all the smoke. By the time I'm done with them, they won't have anything else to say. And I'll see to that. So all I'm saying, starting mess for no reason. Some people are just nasty and just can't stand the sight of people who look like me. That's what that stems from. That man was minding his own black business, trying to do his grocery shopping. Karen's following behind him, walking up on his heels. You can't just put distance between you. And how you know they were purposely being malicious is because when he turned around, he was clearly fed up at that point. How long had they been following behind him? It had to have been a minute because the lady was already recording. So that lets you know that clearly she noticed it sometime before we actually started watching the footage. Or, before she started recording the footage. It's all so crazy. Terry says, exactly, Queen. I don't run into those types of people either. Yeah, I just hope I don't, honey, because I will give them the business. Queen Sam said they would have opened a DoorDash account right when effing with me. Okay? It's all crazy. But anyway, let's get into these nefarious stories, okay? So there's a story of this man who did something vile to a 3-year-old before taking the poor child's life. Okay. Rensselaer, I think that's how you pronounce it. A man from Rensselaer, New York, okay, says that he admitted to R-wording and then taking the life of a 3-year-old child. A family of a 3-year-old girl who was deleted in Rensselaer County last year reacted to the suspect's guilty plea. Now, the district attorney's office announced on Tuesday that 34-year-old Robert Fisher admitted to the brutal murder. Josephine Cunningham was bright, bubbly, and kind, according to her brother, Jaquan Stewart. She would like to play around a lot with her toys and stuff like that, he says. She always wanted to be a firefighter. That's what she wanted to do when she grew up. She always wanted to talk, or she always used to talk about being a firefighter. This is all so crazy. Now I'm going to go to the footage, because this is a darn shame. This is a darn shame. Who does this to a 3-year-old? This is all sick behavior. I'm going to share my screen. Lights up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Here we go. All of these people out here doing malicious things to children, like the fool that we reported on yesterday that kneed his own son to death. A poor little infant. Let me put up my overlay real quick.
Of the 3-year-old girl killed in Rensselaer last year, reacting tonight to the suspect's guilty plea.
34-year-old Robert Fisher admitting to the brutal murder yesterday. News 10 ABC's Karina Dominguez has the latest on the case.
Josephina Cunningham was bright, bubbly, and kind, according to her brother, Jaquan Stewart.
She would like to play around a lot with her toys and stuff like that. She always wanted to be a firefighter. That's what she wanted to do when she grew up.
It was firefighters and other first responders who were first on the scene of the horrific crimes committed by Robert Fisher. 3-year-old Josephina was raped and murdered. Her mother found her unresponsive. Authorities believe she died between July 6th and July 7th of last year. Rensselaer County Assistant District Attorney Antonia Edwards is the lead prosecutor in the case, and she says it's typical to negotiate pleas in these types of cases. But what's not typical is the brutality of the crimes. Fisher shared terrible details that match their evidence.
He told us that he administered drugs to the child. They were prescription drugs that the mother of the child was prescribed to. He then raped the child. The child then died, and he did try to clean her up with Clorox wipes.
Fisher pled guilty to the egregious crimes on Monday.
He's getting the harshest punishment possible. He's got life on the back end and a significant sentence in the front. The death penalty is not an option in New York. I think all of us digging deep in our souls, would like to see something like that happen to someone like that, but that's not the law.
However, Sh0t wanted a trial.
I want some good, straight detail. That can open up a lot of stuff. Trials like this usually, attract national attention. This may open up some walls.
We're here to bring just a little tiny piece of healing. If it were up to me, I would want to make them whole, and that's absolutely impossible when you have a family member in front of you who's lost a loved one.
Sh0t is producing a documentary and has authored a book on his sister's case because it's helped him heal.
Just help me grieve and stuff like that without crying, without even thinking about it, thinking about something positive.
Sh0t plans on being at Fisher's sentencing on August 6th. Reporting in Rensselaer County, Karina Dominguez, News 10 ABC.
Find your summer road.
Absolutely disgusting, okay? That's what that is. Now, here's the thing. The question I have is, how was he even in the same vicinity as that little child? What was he doing with that child? Did the mother allow him to be around this child? I just have questions. Okay, I need more details because I'm just curious as to how he got to be around this child. Let me see if I can find this out real quick, honey, because I have a whole lot of questions. Because, there was a similar story, right? How did he have access? That's what I want to know, Miss Cookie. Now, there was a similar story of maybe 10 years ago. It was a teenager who looked like him, who was 16 years old, by the name of Cragen Grooms. I'll never forget his name. So he was keeping, for whatever reason, this little black child that was about 12 months old, and he did the exact same thing. With that all being said, he didn't get any jail time. And you know why he didn't get any jail time? You're going to love it. Because the judge, you see, the incident was recorded by a friend that was with him. And so the judge said that because the friend recorded him without his consent, that the evidence was inadmissible. Are you serious? He and the friend should have been in prison. But no, they got off. I just want you all to pay attention. From one of those little hick towns. Cragen Grooms. That's his name. I'm likely going to do a true crime story on him. Please pay attention. This is all crazy. Let me see how he got custody of this child, or how he was in the presence of this child. He was initially charged with aggravated S abuse, assault, and endangering the welfare of a child. He was subsequently indicted on the murder and the R-word charges in late July 2023. They don't even give much information. They don't even give much information on this story. It's literally a paragraph. Let me see what else they have, beloveds. Hold on just a second. I need to find out. Why was this man even around this poor child? Investigators and prosecutors said the case was incredibly disturbing and required the help of multiple agencies. Fisher will be sentenced on Tuesday, August the 6th. Yeah, they're giving real sketchy details to this. I just want you all to pay attention. This is all by design. Okay, let me see this one last article. What they say. Nobody's saying how he happened to be around this poor child. The mother had to have allowed him to watch her or something. Okay, it says Robert Fisher, age 34, admitted to both counts of the indictment in connection with Josephina Cunningham's death, which authorities said at the time took place on the 1500 block of Broadway between 8 p.m. July the 6th and 7:20 a.m. July the 7th of 2023. Now, according to the Times-Union story, Rensselaer City firefighters responded to a distress call the morning of July the 7th from the child's mother. And then they found out Josephina was unresponsive and foaming at the mouth. She died at the Albany Medical Center Hospital. In a news conference outside the courthouse in August of that year, Donnelly said the child had died by an act of homicidal violence as a result of S assault. This has been absolutely heinous, Donnelly said at the time. it stems, or it's something that the normal investigator, the normal prosecutor doesn't anticipate. It's been very difficult for everyone. The innocence of the child, the brutality of the acts. Donnelly last year said police found out that the child had been left in the care of Fisher. What an ignorant mother. Okay, she's an ignorant fool. Said that the child had been left in the care of Fisher and that she had died at his hands. He tried to go back to the crime scene, claiming he wanted to get cigarettes for someone. Rensselaer Police Chief Warren Famiglietti told reporters that he believed Fisher was trying to obstruct the investigation. So this child was left in his care just like I thought. Just like I thought. Just ignorance. Okay, how well did she know this man? Does he look like somebody you want to leave your child with? He has the whole same features of, to me, the same look in his eyes as Jeffrey Dahmer. There's no way. There's no way. He looks like a psychopath. I'm sorry, he does. Why would she leave that grown man with her child? You know, when I was a kid, my mother never left us with anybody unless they were family. Okay? My mother, we weren't allowed to spend nights at people's houses or any of that. If someone wanted us to spend the night, my mother would let them spend the night with us. Okay? And I didn't say with my son, spend the night what? Just anybody watching your kids? Where was she when he was watching this child, when she left him, this child, in the care of his fool? And how long was she gone? And he must have had ample time to do what he did, because it didn't seem like he was bothered or worried that, he was going to do this stuff. Then came back to the crime scene, trying to obstruct the investigation. Why did she let him come back in her house? After she got there and saw her child was unresponsive. And what did he tell her? This is all crazy. Some people are just dumb for no reason. Okay, please pay attention. This just gets on my last nerve. But now let's talk about this woman whose 4 children were shot. This is very sad. It was all due to road rage. All due to road rage. People are out here just taking people's lives over road rage incidents. This is beyond crazy. So she says, I don't have time to cry. This is what the mother says of the mother of the shooting victim says. And she gives an update on their recovery. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this report. This is really sad because these children are messed up. Okay, they're alive, but they're really going to be forever traumatized and have permanent injuries. Like, sub, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance for loving. Let me put up this overlay. This is all so sad. Hold on, here we go.
Just grateful and happy that they're all alive. Our lives are forever changed, but just grateful that they're alive.
Grateful. A Memphis mother sharing her thoughts tonight after the lives of her 4 children are shattered in an interstate shooting. It's an interview you'll see only on 3 tonight. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Stephanie Sturlock.
And I'm Greg Hurst. Brittany Ireland's children were with her boyfriend when bullets ripped through their car, sending him and all 4 kids to the hospital in critical condition. Tonight, 2 of those children are still being treated. And their mother is telling WREG's Quamitra Wilborn that their lives will never be the same.
They're doing better. Of course, better from a week ago.
Brittany Ireland is bearing a burden no parent should have to endure. All 4 of her children were hospitalized after a shooting on I-240 last week. 8-year-old Kyrie, 3-year-old Antonio Jr., and her twins, 3-year-olds Ace and Zuri. The youngest one's father, who was also in the car at the time of the shooting, was also shot. According to court records, the father was trying to merge onto I-240 when an SUV reportedly refused to let him over. Police say when he managed to get into the lane, the driver of the SUV started driving erratically toward his vehicle, and someone inside the SUV opened fire.
The only thing that I just really have an issue with is if it was the driver, which my kid's father, my boyfriend, if it was him, why didn't you guys pull up on the driver's side. You pulled up on the passenger side. You seen my kids in the car. You seen my 8-year-old in the front seat. You seen the other little kids in the back seat. You shot them. Like, really? What is wrong with you?
Brittany says nothing could prepare her for what she saw when she got to the hospital after the shooting.
When I got in there, that's when I seen everybody was shot.
Her oldest, Kyrie, who is autistic, was shot in his leg and his hand, causing him to lose 2 fingers.
His growth is going to be stunted, so he's not going to be as tall or reach his full height because the bullet is stuck in that bone. They cannot take the bullet out of that bone.
Ace was shot 4 times in his stomach.
Just imagine a 3-year-old going 7 days without being able to eat. Yeah. It was hard.
Antonio Jr. was shot in his arms, and Zuri was grazed 5 times. Ace and Kyrie remain hospitalized.
I have to be strong. I have 4 children that are looking at me, along with their dad, being shot as well. I have 5 people to take care of. I don't have time to cry.
21-year-old Kendrick Ray and 18-year-old Lorenzo Watson were charged in the shooting, and their bonds were set at $1 million.
I hate that they have a bond. I don't feel like they should have a bond. I don't care if it's $1 million. I don't know why you feel like you had to do that. And I hate to call them a menace or a terrorist, but to me, that's what they are.
Brittany says despite everything, she's still thankful. Thankful for the support from the community and grateful for the 2 men who stepped in to save her children's lives after the shooting and get them to safety. Brittany says her kids used to be active and outgoing, but now they will need a lifetime of physical and mental therapy. And she says she and her family can't do it all alone.
I'm not too proud to beg. I don't think that I'm better than anybody. It takes a village. And I'm opening my arms for my village to help me with my kids because this is a lifelong journey.
Reporting for your news leader in downtown Memphis, Kwame Woolborn, WREG News, Channel 3.
An amazingly strong woman. Kids are lucky to have her. If you would like to help the family, assist them in any way, you can find information on our website at WREG.com.
Now that's a darn shame. At the end of the day, look at those 2 little thugs. Okay, who's raising these little thugs? That's what I'd like to know. Who's raising them? All right, they are menaces to society. I don't know why she didn't want to say it. I have no problem saying it. Call a spade a spade. Yeah, they look like 2 little thugs that are out here carjacking, breaking into people's houses, shooting people at traffic stops. Just ignorant. Just ignorant. And I'm glad that they have $1 million bond. They shouldn't have any, but since they do, I'm glad it's $1 million because I'm quite sure they won't be getting out anytime soon. Idiots. It's a darn shame. Now I'm going to go to another report because here's the thing. One report said that one of those children was paralyzed. He's going to be paralyzed for the rest of his life. Not to mention the one that was shot 4 times in the stomach. They had to reroute his intestines. Okay, now imagine all of that. This is all crazy. And then the one that's autistic has the bullets in his femur bone, which is the largest bone of the body, and they can't remove it, so that bone is not going to grow the way it's supposed to. So his growth is going to be stunted for one, and then he lost 2 fingers. This is also, I would be so furious. I would be beyond furious, to be honest. Just thugs out here wreaking havoc.
Well, Pepper Baker isn't here tonight because today she talked with the mother of 4 children who were all shot in that road rage shooting on I-240 last week. At least one of those kids is now paralyzed for life. And tonight she talks about the rough road ahead and shares an idea with Pepper on how families affected by gun violence can get justice.
That Tuesday afternoon, I got a call around 5:17. I remember it like it was yesterday. And their dad, Antonio, called me and said that Kyrie got shot.
Ireland says her 8-year-old son, Kyrie, was sitting in the front passenger seat with her boyfriend, Antonio, driving on I-240, with her 3 3-year-olds, Antonio Jr., and twins, Ace and Zuri, in the back.
Where were you in the moment that you got that call?
I was actually at Home Depot. We were gonna barbecue and I was going to plant my flowers outside.
So you showed up at Baptist East with the idea that your oldest was the only one
shot.
hurt.
Yes.
And shot. And then you find out
in the hospital, everybody is shot.
18-year-old Lorenzo Watson and 21-year-old Kendrick Ray are in jail, both facing a host of charges, including 6 counts each of attempted first-degree murder from a shooting Memphis police say stemmed from road rage.
You seen my child in that front seat. He's 8, so he's not this big 8-year-old. And then I know you seen those little babies in the back seat, and you just didn't care.
6 hours later, Ace, the 3-year-old boy twin, was the first out of surgery.
The bullet was stuck in the intestines, and so they had to cut part of the intestines and reroute them and take the bullet out. He was supposed to discharge on yesterday, but they found a tumor in his leg, his knee now. So.
Oh my God.
Her second oldest son, 3-year-old Antonio Jr., was the second out of surgery after being shot twice, once in each arm.
Both of his arms are in cast, so I have to be careful with him. I have to pick him up under his armpits because his arms are like stuck like this.
Her oldest, Kyrie, who is also autistic, has the most severe injuries, being shot in the hand and the leg.
He's going to have 2 prosthetic fingers. The other gunshot wound came in the leg, so it's stuck in the femur bone, which is the bone that helps us stand, and it's the growth bone. So by the bullet being stuck in there and the bones on the side being crushed, his leg won't grow. So they have to stunt the growth in the other leg. Zuri, she got grazed 5 times. She didn't really get shot, but if she had she probably would be paralyzed because all of hers were in her back.
Her boyfriend, Antonio, was also shot. He was released from the hospital. Ireland had to quit both her jobs, and as she prepares to bring her kids home.
So we're getting hospital beds, especially for Kyrie.
She has a new purpose in fighting crime, especially after finding out Kendrick Ray was out on a $500 bond from a previous crime at the time of this shooting.
I want to come up with a law, and I wanted to call it the Brits Act. And it should be, if somebody, harms a child while, cause harm to a child while, doing a dangerous act, they should not be able to get a bond. You need to serve that time.
That was Pepper Baker reporting. Ireland says she plans to closely follow the suspects' court cases. She wants to be in the courtroom and look them in the eye, as well as speak on her family's behalf.
Darn shame. Well, thank God nobody's paralyzed, because one report said that one of them was paralyzed. So thank God for that, that no one is. But this is still a lot to deal with, traumatizing. And she's had to quit both of her jobs. Now imagine you decide you're going to have a cookout that day. You're going to cook barbecue, plant flowers and all of that, and have a good day, and this happens. People out here wreaking havoc. I hope they get everything that's coming to them. At the end of the day, I know some people that if that had happened to their kids, those two, they wouldn't have to worry about court or jail. Okay? Please pay attention. Now let's talk about these 2 thugs who killed one of them, Sugar Daddy. All right? And then cut off the man's thumb so they could access his cash app. I find it all so nefarious. All right? The first rule of thumb when you have a sugar daddy is you need the daddy to get the sugar, right? What do I know? Okay, and so anyway, these are the 2 thugs right here. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. So here's what it says. Women accused of murdering alleged sugar daddy using his severed thumb to make app purchases. Now, police have arrested and now charged 2 women, Tiffany Taylor Gray and Audrey Miller, for the April murder of Fasil Teklemariam, a 53-year-old man from Washington, D.C., who was hit over the head and then stabbed repeatedly, and then had his thumb cut off and allegedly used by his killers to access his accounts and spend his money on Uber ride shares, marijuana, and alcohol. Really? So y'all took a person's life so you could catch Uber ride shares, smoke weed, and drink liquor? This is what kind of fools are walking around in this world? I mean, some people will take your life for little less than nothing. Now, Gray, age 22, a resident of Prince George's County, Maryland, was arrested on July 1st and charged with first-degree murder and armed felony murder. She's currently being detained in Maryland and is expected to be extradited to Washington, D.C. to face charges. Publicly available court records show that Miller, who's 19, was arrested on June 21st for first-degree murder and armed felony murder as well. Now, though a preliminary hearing was scheduled for Miller on Tuesday, court records show it was vacated and rescheduled for July the 30th. She's being detained in Washington, D.C. In an affidavit reviewed, one witness who claimed to have overheard Gray describing involvement in Tekla Merriam's murder said the victim was Gray's sugar daddy, but police have not been able to verify this claim. Now, prosecutors allege that Tekla Merriam was killed on April the 1st, though his body was not found inside of his bedroom until April the 5th. A police affidavit notes that his family tried calling him for several days, and when they could not reach him, they contacted the police. The victim's phone had repeatedly gone to voicemail. Police said they spoke to one of Tekla Merriam's friends, who informed them that the last time he had seen Tekla Merriam enter the apartment building was on April the 1st. Another witness later helped police identify Miller and Gray as familiar faces in the apartment building as well. The police said that when they found Tekla Merriam, he had been hit on his head and stabbed multiple times. His right thumb was also gone. His thumb has never been found. Now, there was also evidence that the apartment had been scrubbed down in an attempt to remove any hint of the murder, but officers said those efforts weren't fruitful. Impressions of bloody footprints and other stains were uncovered at the scene once a special ink was applied to Tekla Merriam's floor. But thanks to a litany of security cameras in his building and the surrounding neighborhood, investigators said that they were able to piece Tekla Merriam's murder together. Now, an affidavit also shows that authorities identified 5 total suspects, including Gray and Miller. Now, the other 3 suspects are black males, and only one has been positively identified to police as of Tuesday, a 34-year-old man who Gray has allegedly described to others as her play brother, according to records. Now, typically, the term is used to describe someone who's not biologically related but familiar. No charges have been filed against the other suspects at this time. So footage from Tekla Merriam's apartment on Peabody Street in Washington, D.C. showed that on April the 1st, he met Miller outside and brought her into the home willingly. Similarly, other security footage from that same evening appears to show Gray and her play brother parked outside of Tekla Merriam's building before finally entering it. It was an unwitting resident who let them in. Police say other footage clearly shows the women and the other suspects coming out of Tekla Merriam's apartment after the period at which investigators believe that he was murdered. They are frequently seen carrying items to the car that they had parked just near the apartment. So, and they're stealing the man's stuff and accessing his accounts. Now, from April the 1st to roughly April the 5th, Gray and the 2 unidentified males went back to the apartment and accessed it by using Tekla Merriam's key fob. Police say that they hauled out their loot. Other evidence suggested that they have been driving his Toyota as well. This is all so crazy. Please pay attention. Okay, with that all being said, hold on. With that all being said, beloveds, hold on just a second. I have to get something for someone. This is all so crazy. Now, how did they think they were going to get away? And don't they have sense enough and wherewithal enough to know that there's cameras everywhere these days? Everybody has ring door cams and all of that. They are so stupid. Now, I'm going to show you some of the still shots from the camera where they were caught. This is what was their undoing, if you ask me. Like some, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Just quite frankly, idiotic as far as I'm concerned. I mean, look at it. One of them looked like she was looking right at the camera. POP said, Queen, you know you can't fix stupid. You absolutely cannot. You absolutely cannot. They had to have seen that camera because it looked like the fool looked right at it. And then you're going to kill this man so y'all get ride shares, marijuana, and liquor. Make that make sense. And then hanging out with those three dudes who are probably bums, who probably don't even have jobs, probably trying to treat them at this man's dime. Okay? It's all so crazy. Now, with that all being said, like you said, you can't fix stupid. Okay? It's amazing how some people will do anything and everything to not get a job. Okay? They will do anything and everything to not get a job, to be gainfully employed, so you're ready to go out here and commit murder and steal and rob someone else to just go get a job. How dumb are you? These are the people that need to be taken out of society as far as I'm concerned. Okay, I don't care what they look like at the end of the day. Out here doing all this foolishness, just causing chaos, mischief, and mayhem. It's all so sad. Also said, let me let you all see this because I find this interesting. Hold on real quick. Let me let you all see this. Now, I want you all to listen to what this man said about his girlfriend or the mother of his children being shot. I'm going to share my screen.
Just was shocking news to find out that your children mama got shot. Then you got to be stuck with your kids and hoping that she live. So it's just was shocking news to find out that your children mama got shot. Then you got to be stuck with your kids and hoping that she live.
Now that's a darn shame. That is a darn shame. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear what he said? It's a shame to hear that shocking news to hear that your children's mother got shot. And now you got to be stuck with your kids hoping that she lives? Stuck with your kids? Sounds like he doesn't want to be bothered with them, that's all I'm saying. Queen Sarah said that it took me out when I seen it. Okay? Israelite said, I laugh, but it isn't funny. It isn't. But the nerve, right? Not stuck with your own kids that you helped create. It's all sad. Stuck with your kids. He's one of those parents that said, F them kids. Remember when people were saying that for a joke? I never thought it was funny because I'd never say that about mine, even if they ticked me off. And so anyway, this is all crazy. This is all crazy. Y'all black folk are starting to do a little too much. Y'all are getting out of pocket. And Leon said she picked him. Claudette said pathetic. Hey, Dervis, y'all are doing too much and I can't take it. I'm going to have to rescind my black card voluntarily. And this is all crazy. This is all crazy. I'm going to have to pull a whole Rachel Dolezal on y'all. Pay attention. This is all ridiculous. Okay? Timber Dan said, get it together, folks. All right? Yeah, absolutely. All right? Who was that said deadbeat dad? Okay? I'm going to have to, let me tell y'all something. I'm going to have to start identifying as a Dominican because y'all are doing too much, black folk. I'm going to have to start identifying as a Dominican, honey. It's getting too crazy out here in these streets. Black people, y'all are embarrassing me is all I'm saying. Please pay attention. Ursula said, to what race, Queen? Dominican. I can still stay the same color. I'll just have to start speaking Spanish. Queen Sarah said, out of pocket or don't have a pocket. Claudette said, what's happening to our skin folk? Hey, I don't know, but whatever it is, I don't have time for it. Okay? I'm going to have to become a whole Puerto Rican. And yes, I said Puerto Rican. All right. So anyway, let me continue because this is all crazy. Not stuck with your kids, hoping that she lives. And if she dies, then what? I have a whole lot of questions. But anyway, I digress. Now listen. I have this video Teacup said, Queen, no black. No black. Queen Sam said, come on, T.S. Madison. April said, no bueno. No habla inglés. This is all crazy. This is all crazy. Now let me continue. With that all being said, Jeff ATL said, I know black. Terry said, I'm trans-Caribbean. It's the shame of it all for me. I absolutely cannot. And I'll just say I'm Ethiopian, okay? They treat the Africans better. The Africans act like they got more sense than us, to be frank. Okay, in most cases. I'm just going to start identifying as an Ethiopian. Please pay attention. Let me stop playing around and get down to business. So listen, I have this video that I want you all to see. And I'm going to tell you right now, if at any point you guys want me to fast forward it, let me know. Because it's about 40 minutes. Now, I thought it was interesting because it shows right here in Georgia how these maintenance men stole the tenants' belongings and then tried to cop pleas. Now, so with that all being said, it's also nefarious. Gemini said, clear as day. That's what got them caught. Okay? Exactly. Okay? The Queen Sam said, we're going to have to double separate from whites and ignorant ninjas of our communities. Some of these black folk are just doing too much, though. Seriously, they're getting out of pocket. And quite frankly, I don't want to deal with it. Okay, so listen, I'm going to share my screen. Everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Hold on, beloveds. Okay, so let me just tell you a little bit about what's going on. So as I said, this man was living in an apartment complex. He was supposed to be evicted. He was supposed to be evicted on a Monday. And on a Friday, the maintenance decided to help themselves to his belongings. Okay? And the maintenance men are black. All right? So y'all black folk are doing a whole lot of stuff that you shouldn't be doing, so all I'm saying. December said, me no black. Me either, beloved. Not at this point. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Now, let me put my overlay up here before I even start the share. All right? Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. All right, here we go. Get those likes up, beloveds.
On May 22, 2024, a bizarre turn of events unfolded in a Chamblee, Georgia, apartment complex. A man facing eviction made arrangements with the leasing office to peacefully vacate the premises before the official eviction date. He even had a friend retrieve his belongings while he worked out of town. However, when the friend arrived, he discovered the locks had been changed, and he couldn't enter the apartment. The next day, the manager unlocked the apartment for the friend, revealing a shocking sight. The place was completely empty. The friend promptly FaceTimed the victim, who then contacted a neighbor with a Ring doorbell camera. The doorbell footage provided crucial evidence. It clearly showed 3 individuals entering the apartment and leaving with the victim's belongings. The victim, armed with this video, contacted the police. The officer who responded quickly identified the culprits, 3 members of the apartment's maintenance crew. Upon investigation, the officer discovered a troubling pattern.
Doing all right. How you doing? Okay.
She'll be back in a minute.
Perfect. Hello.
Good, how are you? Good.
Are you Miss Jones?
Yes.
Perfect. Are we able to have a
Please,
meeting in
yeah.
the office?
Come in here. It's a little messy in here.
All right. I'm pretty sure you know why we're here, why he called. I guess, well, it's just, I mean, it's his stuff.
I spoke to you, I spoke to you last week, and you told me that you would unlock the unit for me to come retrieve my things on Friday. I'm not actually, it was supposed to be Saturday, but she called and told she was gonna come Friday.
She said she was gonna come on Sunday.
No, ma'am. I have the messages from our email. Also, I have the recording of the conversation that was.
Now, I want you all to tell me, pay attention, and let me know whether or not you think that the manager at the leasing office was involved. Because I find her to be a little sketchy. But let me know what you all think in the comments.
When she called you and told you she was 30 minutes away, but she got caught up in traffic, so she got here a little bit later. There's a video of you going to the door, unlocking the door, and looking around inside. Then after you contacted me again, you told me all my belongings were still inside the unit.
That's correct.
Okay, after that video, there's a video of her going to the door being unlocked. At around 10 something, the maintenance man goes inside and starts stealing more belongings. But prior to me speaking to you, Friday at 3:44 p.m., they had already started stealing things, and Thursday and Wednesday prior. So I have a video of you also going inside this past week. You went inside, stepped inside, and you were in there for about 10 minutes. So you know the belongings were already inside. So when you went back, you know what was in there also.
That's correct.
That's where we're at right now.
No, that's correct. And you said you would bring the video so that I could see it and confirm who was what, who did what, so that I can address the proper people. So do you have that?
I had the video, but I was told by.
Yeah, I told him right now it's a criminal investigation. So the video won't be shared right now.
Okay. Well, how can I help others?
So I guess, and I've asked him, but I'm gonna start from the basic of building a case like this, right? So to confirm with you, was Mr. evicted from his unit?
No.
So he was not evicted?
No, not yet.
Okay. Were there any maintenance orders that were put in that people were supposed to be inside the unit?
No, sir.
Okay. How many maintenance people do you have on site?
3.
3. Okay. Do you happen to have the names of those gentlemen?
I do, yes.
Are you able to provide that?
Absolutely. You need their names, that's it?
Names and birthdays if you have them.
I could probably find those birthdays for you. It should be in our system somewhere.
Okay.
I'll get it from my laptop.
That's fine. I'm not in a rush.
Would you like their positions or that?
Oh, that yes, if that's possible.
Okay, cool.
Is the unit locked up now? Does your key still work to the unit? Do you know? Are we able to walk over to the unit just to I could take some photos and stuff?
The only thing that was removed after the last time that we spoke was whatever that young lady took in the bag, and that was it.
The officer accompanied the victim back to the apartment to investigate further.
Shoes. They were shooting in the box. The Converse was on the floor. It's on food, like, what kind of low budget stuff? What the heck? That's no packs of grapes. That's no tuna.
The TV was mounted?
Yeah. I came and got the, I had her get the Xfinity box.
Yeah.
The Xfinity box was sitting up here behind the TV.
Okay.
They put it on the floor. I had nice stuff too, like not no cheap stuff, like nice stuff. A lot of temporary. Sometimes that's been temporary.
You can't. It don't matter. You can only lock it from the inside. Yeah. She left it. She knows. We'll walk up to the leasing office now. And so, just to clarify, you do want to press charges, right? Like you want people arrested.
Yes.
Okay. Huh? So I make sure. You know, sometimes people say that and they don't realize what it means.
I work too hard for my stuff, man.
No, listen, I feel you. I'm just doing my dotting my I's, crossing my T's. That's all. Because I'd be, I mean, you handling this very well. I say you're handling it very well because I can't.
My dad told me stay calm. Like, that's how he kept telling me. He been telling me that for 3 days straight. Stay calm about the situation. He said because in the end, right is right and wrong is wrong.
Was that dumpster full 3 days ago? Or you don't know?
I don't know.
We can't lock the unit back.
Okay, I got you. I was talking to you. I'm sorry. I'll see you in 20. Okay. Okay. Bye. So I just got some more information.
Okay.
One of those people on that list did admit to taking the items.
Which gentleman is that?
The last one, David.
Is he still here?
Yes.
Can I speak to him?
Absolutely. Let me call him back.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Yeah.
He signed he start out of belongings.
All he said was 2 things. That's all he said. I think it was the couch and the bed. That's all he said. He did not say anything else.
Okay.
Meet me at the office. Okay. He's on his way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna talk with him.
Talk to him outside. You want to talk inside?
I can talk to him outside.
Okay. Okay.
It's okay.
Let me go check out what's going on over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, lock that.
You can just have a seat in the car. I'm gonna talk with him, and then we're gonna go from there.
That's him. And the other one just went back to the apartment. Man, I don't like it.
I know, but
I'm gonna sit in my car until my air on and just wait on you.
Just, you know what I'm saying? You gotta let me. We here now, so you gotta let me. It's like Training Day. You ever seen the movie Training Day?
Yeah.
It's not what you know, what you can prove. So we gotta handle it like that. Because right now we know a lot, but we gotta.
A lot more than they think.
The first suspect admitted to taking the sofa and bed, claiming a misunderstanding with the manager. He believed the eviction had already happened and offered to return the items.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? No, she's down there locking up the unit. Are you David?
Yes, I did.
All right, perfect. I'm Officer Black.
How you doing,
City of Chambly. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Before we go any further, I'm gonna read you something, okay? Everybody seen it on TV. Everybody probably knows it, but I gotta read it to you, okay?
What's this before you read it to me?
This is your Miranda warnings.
Let me just explain myself. It was just a miscommunication, not on my part.
Okay.
I was told the wrong information.
I got you, but before we dive into that, let me read this to you, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney and to have an attorney present during any questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you at government expense. Knowing and understanding your rights as I have explained them to you, are you willing to answer any questions without an attorney present?
I can.
Okay, so that's a yes? All right, so you said there was some miscommunication going on?
Yes.
Tell me about that. What's the miscommunication?
I don't want to throw nobody under the bus.
That's fine.
But I'm just a follower of many things, but we got the message that it was going to be an eviction for today. I was told to go ahead by my supervisor, Sammy, let's go get it, take it out, hurry up before it hit the curb. So here are some what I can get. Everybody got stuff, not just me. But I have the stuff. If you want it back or if you want to sell it to me, we can do something. But if you want it back, I'll give it back. No problem.
I got you. And does Sammy work on site here too, or is he off site?
Yes, he's at the pool right now.
Okay.
Yeah. And Jabbar both making this text. But me and Sammy went up there. I broke the sofa down. I got it in my crib. I live on property, but I just don't want him to know where I live.
I got you. That's what we're doing. That's what. Okay.
But I'm not a thief. You know, I work here. I just didn't good furniture, good stuff.
And you were told it was going to be an eviction.
Yes.
And so before it hit the curb,
she sent the message out. These are all the evictions for Monday. We went in there Friday. So I called my brother. He got a truck. Me and my 13-year-old son. We moved everything from across. I stay in this building right here between me and you. But,
yeah.
So that's what it went.
Okay.
I didn't know it was going to be an issue.
I got you.
I apologize.
Miscommunication.
Yeah, I was going to talk to my man, but he was right here.
You did. You did the right thing. You did the right thing. You have your ID on you by chance?
Yes, I do. This is bad, man.
Well, in a sense, I'm gonna tell you, it is.
I know.
And the reason why, and I'm just a straight shooter. Like I don't like to soften blows. I like people to just know what's going on. The reason why it's bad is because he was coming to get his stuff. Came to pick up his stuff on Saturday, and everything's gone. And so you imagine, it's like you come home.
Now I want you all to pay attention, because even though he's admitting to things, taking some of the things, he still lied. Because initially they said that he admitted to it, but said that it was a miscommunication from the manager, and that he thought that the apartment had already been vacated, that the eviction had already happened. Now, that's a lie, because if the eviction had already taken place, there would not have been all of those items in there. Because when you get evicted, they sit your items outside. If your items are still inside, how are you evicted? So he's lying right there. But now he's snitching on the supervisor, saying the supervisor said, yeah, get it before it hits the curb. And then he said the person was supposed to be evicted Monday, but we went in there on Friday. So y'all stole his stuff. It's not up for grabs on Friday. He still has till Monday to come and get his things. All of them would be going to jail if it was my stuff, and that's all I'm going to say about it. But let me continue.
Right.
And somebody went and took your stuff.
I just got the bedroom set and the sofa.
Okay.
And my son liked a photograph.
And then he said, I just got the bedroom set and the sofa, and my son liked a photograph. So y'all in there acting like you're yard shopping or like you at the mall or something. And then talking about he just got, as if that's no big deal, trying to minimize his culpability. Please sit down somewhere, sir.
Positive, you're black, you're motivated, that type.
So you said bedroom set and sofa. Does the bedroom set include the nightstands?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's all I grabbed. Headboard, mattress, box spring, rails, 2 nightstands.
Okay. Like I said, I just know how to be blunt.
Yeah.
Right now, it's burglary.
Right, but we all grab.
Oh no, we got video.
Okay.
We got video.
Okay.
So
everybody.
Now I want you to pay attention to how hard he's snitching. He said, we all did. We all went in there. Okay, we got y'all on camera. But he's making sure that the rest of them get in trouble too. Perplexing Queen, he said they sent him a message clearing for the eviction. If he can prove that, then he should be pardoned for the mishap. It's not a mishap. He's a thief. He is a thief. He didn't get no message clearing for the eviction. Pay attention to what he said, beloved. He said that it was supposed to be on Monday. They went in on Friday. Honey, let me tell you something. I've never been a maintenance man, but I've seen people get evicted before. When you get evicted, they put a note on your door, okay, from the marshals or the sheriff's office or something. They put a note on your door. I've seen it. And then all your stuff is removed from the premises and set outside. And if you're not there, people will come and take it or whatever. But it's not staying in the apartment. There's no such thing. Don't fall for the okie doke. Now, just because he's talking nice and calm and all of that, he's running game. He's running game, beloved. And if you fall for that, then I have some beachfront property in Maine to sell you. Please pay attention. He's lying.
Face on it, clear as day. Locks showing, swinging, and everything. So,
Yeah,
it's
maintenance team messed up.
everybody.
I'm not.
And so now that I have that piece of information, because I'm just a straight shooter. So I'm gonna tell
I'm
you.
a straight shooter too. If she would have talked to her, I would have told her. I don't lie.
So-
I ain't trying to
so-
jeopardize my job. And if it's jeopardy,
With this piece of information, right? It changes some things. Because it changes some things with the aspect of orders and who was given. Because without this information, with saying, hey, we got the eviction notices, we were clearing them out, whatever. All three of y'all were gonna get a warrant. It was gonna be just straight like that. And then I was gonna come back here later today with a van, and everybody gonna get in a van, and everybody gonna go to DeKalb County. I'm just being honest with you. But that piece of information, it changes some stuff. So now I need to go talk to, you said Sammy is the supervisor?
yes.
And he's by the pool right now? What does Sammy look like? Black male or
Slim guy with locks.
with locks? Oh, okay, he the one with locks. Who lives here?
Cigar Bowman, that one is pick.
Oh, there they go.
Yeah, you see him?
Uh-huh.
So he talked to the manager first and told her whatever he told her. I just said, I don't know. Look, man, I'm older than everybody out here. I'm 43. I don't got time. I got family, man. Look,
Are they doing maintenance on the pool right now, or?
he probably trying to stay out of Dodge, man. I'm probably gonna be fall guy, but I ain't trying to be.
No, I don't do fall guys. I don't do fall guys. I do the whole team, or I do the one that I got the best case on. I'm just telling you straight up.
The one in the lead, he's by the door. That's
Yep, I'm gonna go talk with him.
I ain't make no move without no permission. That's all I'm saying.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I'm Robert Hartwell's mom, and he's going to be here at any moment.
Why don't he talk to me?
I appreciate it. I really do.
I apologize.
Like I said, it changes some things. Thank you.
The second suspect, the crew supervisor, denied taking anything but trash.
Doing all right, how are you? Is your name Sammy? Can we talk? You mind talking with me?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm gonna read you something too, like I read everybody else.
But you read me first.
Give Miranda warnings. And then we'll go from there. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney and to have an attorney present during any questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you at government expense. Knowing and understanding your rights as I have explained them to you, are you willing to answer any questions without an attorney present?
We can proceed, because I ain't doing that. So we got something.
All right. So like I tell everybody else, man, I'm just a straight shooter. I'm going to just tell you how it is, okay? We have a tenant here that was, I guess,
Hold on, you all notice how both of them said, "What you reading me first?" They knew they were about to get read their rights, okay? I wouldn't have said anything. I wouldn't have answered any questions, because when they say anything you say can and will be used against you, if I were in their shoes and actually taken that stuff, I wouldn't say anything. If you commit a crime and you know you did it, whether you know or not that the police have any evidence to substantiate it, you should never say anything. At the end of the day, wait till you get your attorney. Period. If you know you did it, keep your mouth shut. If you're innocent, that's another story. I wouldn't have said a mumbling word. I would have said, sir, with all due respect, I'd like to speak with an attorney first. That would have ended the whole conversation. Because if you sit up there and lie like he's about to do, that's not going to go well for you when you get to court.
Put on an eviction list. He's supposed to be getting evicted. He was told by property management that he'll have the weekend to retrieve his property from out the apartment.
Okay.
Over the course of the weekend, you and some other employees were seen entering into his unit and grabbing his belongings.
So, I didn't grab anything out of the unit as far as his belongings, but it was trash. Other than that, I did not take anything out.
Okay. What was trash?
Trash as far as like the perishables, the food that he left out that was just sitting right there. That was it. But besides that.
Okay. Was there an eviction notice or?
It was so I was off for a couple of days last week.
Okay.
So when I got back that Friday, received a message, went up there, peeked my head in, bugs, gnats, etc. Trash. I don't touch stuff when it comes to eviction, like their personal property.
Okay.
But no, sir, I didn't do that.
Okay.
Now, again, I state, all I had took out was some trash.
Now, I want you all to remember what he just said. I want you all to remember what he just said. He said, again, I state. He reiterated his lie. Again, I state. All I took out was trash. Now, remember that later on when they put those cuffs on him. Please pay attention.
Besides that, I don't have any of his belongings at all.
Okay. Is it normal to go in apartments when there's an eviction notice coming out, like to peek your head in?
So, yes, it's normal for me to walk the units.
Okay.
But far as like just going into the units, like nah. But trash-wise, far as refrigerators, stoves, appliances, stuff like that, yes. But besides that, no, sir.
Okay. All right. What did you tell anybody else that they can go, give permission to go into the unit and
no, sir.
take belongings or anything like that?
No, sir. Why would I do that?
Okay. People do different things, man. I don't try to understand the human mind.
Now, there is why you know he's guilty of what the officer just asked him. The officer just said, did you tell anyone else that they could take stuff from there? He said, no, sir. Why would I do that? Well, how would the officer know why you do it? He doesn't know you. When you see, here's the thing. When people are guilty and you ask them a series of questions and they're lying and denying, one of the main things they'll do is they will ask you a question. They'll reflect the question back onto you. Why would I do that? Well, I don't know, sir. Now, had he not told anyone that they could get things from the apartment, he would have simply said no. But if you remember, the first guy who has already snitched on everybody said that the supervisor told him, get it before it hits the curb. So he obviously did tell them that they could take that stuff. He's the one that was in charge. He's the supervisor. And so he knows that he did tell them that, and now he knows that someone told the cop that he said that. That's why he asked the question, why would I do that? Please, sir, don't pretend you're Urkel.
Touche. But definitely, no.
Do you know if anybody else went into the unit and grabbed items?
From what was told to me.
Okay.
it was happening at 11 o'clock at night or whatever it was. But as far as me physically seeing anybody, no sir, I didn't. So I can't say, hey, I seen X, Y, and Z because I didn't see X, Y, and Z.
Gotcha. Do you have your ID on you?
Yeah, I do.
Perfect. And then you said all you took was trash out there.
That's trash.
Perishables.
Nothing
worth value.
Nothing worth value.
Because you had gnats and bugs and stuff like that going
nothing
inside.
worth value. It wasn't. Look at me. Like it wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing in it.
And just to confirm, you didn't tell anybody else.
No, sir.
Y'all can go in the room and or the apartment and have at it.
No, sir.
So, like I've been telling everybody else, right now, it's being investigated as a burglary case. Okay? Because even if they sent out an eviction saying, or a letter saying, hey, we're going to start the eviction process on these units, you still got to go through the process before belongings get transferred out the unit.
Right.
When you start the process, that's when you can change the locks.
Right.
Deny them access or unsupervised access.
There go.
And so, you know, it's like anybody, man. You come home and all your shit gone, you'd be upset.
Yeah.
And so that's what it is right now.
Right. As it should be.
So I'm just trying to piece some stuff together.
Right, but that's mind-boggling. So another adult could say, I said, hey, go have at it. Like, no.
I'm not saying that. I was told you were the supervisor.
I am. But
now I want you all to pay attention right here. He literally just told on himself. If I were the cop at this point, I would definitely know that he was involved. Well, they already know because they saw the footage. But I would definitely know that he told them to do it. He just said it's mind-boggling for another adult to say that I told them to have at it. The cop never said that anyone told him that he said that. He simply asked the question, did you tell anyone? Now, the reason he knows that someone did tell the cop is because he knows darn well that he actually did tell them to have at it. So he just told on himself. That's why you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Black people, please pay attention. If you did the crime, keep your mouth shut. All nefarious, but let me continue.
at the same time, I got a lot hanging over my head just because of
the
how
title.
I look. Yes, and my title. So, yeah, no.
All right. Sir, would you mind talking with me?
Sure.
All right, cool. I'm going to read you something. I read it to Sammy. I read it to everybody. It's to protect you and make sure I'm doing my job correctly.
Yes, sir.
All right? It's your Miranda warnings.
Now, let me say this. I'm going to silence it and let it play while he reads the Miranda because we've all heard it before. But here's the thing. When he just asked this guy with the locks, sir, is it okay if I talk to you? I would have said, sir, with all due respect, you need to speak to my attorney. That's what I would have told him. I plead the fifth. I don't know what's going on, but I plead the fifth. And I would prefer for you to speak with my attorney. Please. He already sees Urkel sitting there scared stiff.
Questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you at government expense. Knowing and understanding your rights as I have explained them to you, are you willing to answer any questions without an attorney present?
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I'm good. Appreciate it.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, perfect. So I don't like to assume anything, so I'm gonna just tell you why I'm even
Step
asking.
over here and shave, man.
Yeah, it's a little hot, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, come over here.
The third suspect, despite being caught on camera carrying a TV, insisted he only changed the locks and checked the unit's condition.
So what I'm investigating right now is essentially a burglary, all right?
Sure.
Certain things have come to light during the course of me asking people what happened. But the original complaint is a gentleman was called, said, hey, we're going to start the eviction process, but we'll allow you to get your stuff out.
Right.
He set up to get his belongings out.
Right.
And while doing so, before the person was able to come and grab his belongings were taken from his apartment.
Right.
Okay. There is surveillance footage that does show every maintenance personnel on his property entering that apartment and leaving with something. So I'm gonna start with you from the basic. You know, did you enter the apartment?
I'm saying it's procedure.
Okay, what's the procedure?
You know, to go in there, trash out, do maintenance requests and stuff like that.
Was there a maintenance request?
No, I'm saying. Well, it was a maintenance request, to change the lock or whatever at the time.
Okay.
And it was a maintenance request, to go out there and see what was going on out there, for trashing out process and stuff like that.
Okay, I got you. So was that it? Just a maintenance request for the change of the locks and to check the condition of the unit? Right. Was there anything that was requested to take the items from the unit?
No.
Okay. Did you take any items from the unit?
No.
You sure?
No.
Nah, you didn't, or nah, you're not sure?
No, sir, I did not.
Okay. All right. So, you on camera?
I'm quite sure I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
But taking stuff.
I don't see how that could be possible. Because I don't got nothing in my possession say that I took anything, Officer Black.
I didn't say you still got it in your possession.
No.
No, sir, you don't have anything in your possession because at this point, you may have pawned it for all we know or sold it. Doesn't mean that you didn't take anything. And I want you to pay attention because see how he tried to be overly friendly as soon as the cop approached him. He said, he started laughing. He's like, yeah, let's go over here and stand in the shade. Like he's being all, you know what I'm saying? Because he sees it's a black officer, hoping that that's going to play a part in it. Also, did you notice how the supervisor said, I've got a lot hanging over my head because of the way I look? Well, honey, let me tell you something. Don't try to play the black card now. Okay? Because you knew how you looked before y'all went in there and robbed that man. Okay? Please pay attention.
I'm asking if you took it.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Saying that I took something?
I'm asking.
No, I ain't took nothing.
Okay. All right. So the only reason why you went into the unit was change the locks and to check the status of the unit to see what the condition of the unit was. Okay. And there was no order for anything to be removed from the apartment. You didn't take anything.
No, sir.
Okay. You have your ID on you by chance?
Yes, sir, I do.
Perfect. All right. Thank you. I got a question.
I've been using Epidemic Sound as my go-to resource for background music and sound effects for the last 6 years.
Despite their justifications, the officer informed the victim he had located his bedroom set. However, the victim refused to take them back and wanted to press charges against all three individuals.
So I got some good news, some bad news, some news.
What's the good news?
Good news. Bad news is I'm getting 3 different conflicting stories. Of course, that's to be expected. Good news, I found your bedroom set, your sofa, and your 2 nightstands. If you want them back.
I don't want them back.
Or if you want to sell them. That was the offer that I was proposed to me to offer to you. The only thing I could do is tell somebody, hey, I'll let them know, but it's going to be up to him.
I paid for a U-Haul truck that was sitting for 2 days. That's money I lost.
Look, you don't got to take it. Yeah. I'm a man of my word. So if you say, hey, tell them this and this, I'm going to tell them, and then it'll be up to them. But I'm getting conflicting stories. I do have, the only thing that I do have is the minutes of each party entering into your unit.
I don't care about that. We got the video. Let's do this stuff.
Right. So I'm gonna make some calls to CID, see how we want to go and proceed from here. As far as do they want to re-question them, or if I have enough right now to just take in everybody. As far as I know right now, you're good. If you want to hang out, you can.
I'm gonna hang out because I want to press charges. I'm not gonna.
I got you. Like I said, I'm just presenting you what I got right now.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Just the facts I was able to gather.
Okay.
20 more minutes left. Do you guys want me to speed it up, or you all want to keep watching? One's in the chat if you want to keep watching. Two's if you want me to speed it up, because I've already seen it. It's up to you guys. Do you all want to see the whole thing? One's in the chat if you want me to just let it play. Two's if you want me to speed it up. It's like 19 or 20 more minutes. Okay, more twos than ones. All right, I'm going to speed it up. Yeah, because them guilty send them to the pen.
He's on his way. He didn't answer my phone calls.
Yep, I see him over there. All right. Do me a favor. Put your hands behind your back. Yes, sir. Do you have a shirt on underneath?
Yeah, let me take it off.
All right, go ahead.
Hold on. I'm going to back it up a little so you all can see where the Purple said we nosy queen. We want to see. I'm going to back it up, okay? I'm going to back it up because I want you all to see what happened when the regional manager came. Hold on.
So, yeah, I'll meet you at the church across the street. All right, perfect.
So now what the cop is doing at this point is he's calling for backup, and he tells them that when they bring the van, because it's 3 people that he's about to arrest, he lets them know that when they bring the van, don't drive it into the complex. Leave it outside of the community, because he obviously doesn't want them to see the van, because then they'll know that they're all about to be arrested. They may try to flee, get in their cars and just drive away or whatever. Okay, so he wants it to go smoothly. So he's telling them he's going to meet them at the church. And then he's telling the lady in the leasing office to call them to the office one by one, not all 3 at the same time. So he's going to arrest them all one by one. And at this point, you'll see the woman who's the regional manager shows up.
One by one, the crew members were called into the leasing office and apprehended.
Hello. I'm back again.
This is my regional manager.
Hi, I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Nice
I might not want to
to
touch these gloves.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Can we get all 3 to this office one at a time, please?
Do you care who goes first?
You take your pick.
Okay.
In case somebody goes to jail today, can I have them take off their Gray Star uniforms so that they don't have mugshots with our company name on them?
We can make that request. It just depends on how compliant they want to be, because they all are going to jail today.
Okay.
All 3.
I want you all to pay attention. The regional manager says, if anyone's going to jail, can you ask them to take off their uniform shirt so they don't take their mugshot with the company logo on, because that's a bad look for the company. Now, I had to do the same thing once when there was an officer, when I was in college and I was like in charge of security, there was an officer who was stealing. He got caught stealing and the police were called on him. And then I called my boss to let him know, and he said, make sure you have him to take off his jacket with the company name and logo on it. Okay, because nobody wants their company sitting up there, somebody working for the company sitting up there with the logo on while you're smiling with a mugshot. Okay, it's all crazy.
Okay.
Don't let them know that.
No.
Oh, no.
If and when you notify them that they're going to be arrested, we'll request at that time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
We want to somehow get the residents' belongings back to him.
Okay. So I know where.
Because I
His
personally
bed.
just spoke with all of them, and they did. They did.
I know where his bed.
Because as an employer, I had to open up that dialogue because we need to take action on our end as well.
Yeah.
So,
I know as far as his bed and sofa goes, he's like, I don't want that back. Because you know.
That's so bad and so bad.
Right.
Understood. Fabrics.
I think the big thing that he's really looking for is his MacBook.
Okay.
I know
Which, okay.
is MIA right now.
Nice.
Only one person confessed to me and what they took.
Gotcha.
And so the stuff that they took, stuff that he doesn't really want back, but his MacBook right now.
Yeah.
And so he's working on actually logging into his Apple ID and tracking it.
Do they have, because a Ring camera had been mentioned,
Mhm.
do they have the video of who walked out with certain items?
It's just, it was in a bag. And so it's hard to say who had the bag. But no, you see clear as day, mattress, TV, everything.
Yeah.
And
David is coming.
okay. And what I'll actually do too is I'll give you my business card with the case number on
And
it.
I'll give you my business card as well, that way if you have any questions.
Perfect. Damn, I have to do that a minute too. I'll put your hands behind your back for me, all right? Yes, sir. So they're requesting that we take this shirt off. Do you have a shirt on underneath?
I need to go change. I just got a tank top. Can I just go?
Nah, you ain't gotta worry about it. Palms together.
Can I ask why I'm being arrested?
Yes, sir. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna tell you exactly why.
Am I the only one being arrested?
No, sir. Right now, you're being placed on arrest for burglary.
Sorry, could you say that again?
Burglary.
Yes, sir.
Now I want you to pay attention because he's asking why he's been arrested. Sir, you should know exactly why. You know what you did. Second, he wants to know if he's the only one being arrested. Honey, you don't have time to worry about everybody else. Worry about yourself at this point. Okay? Worry about yourself, honey. You just been gifted a pair of silver bracelets.
Can I talk to the guy? Just explain to him that it wasn't my fault.
I've done that, but he's past that point right now. He came home and all his stuff was gone. All right. Do you have anything on you I need to know about? Weapons, knives?
No.
Okay.
It's time for me to get set up for therapy, and I use this room as my office. But the desk is over here, and
All right. Do me a favor. Go right over here. And just, you can stand in here. Hold on. Yep. Thank you, sir. So
I'm so sorry to
Mhm.
interrupt.
No, you're fine.
Are you putting in the incident report that the resident only wants a natural back?
I can, and I'll confirm with him about what property he really wants to get back. I know the big thing that he mentioned when we were there was his MacBook. I can ask him.
Yeah, we would love, we want to.
Once we get, all this,
Bigger
and then,
fish, I get it, I get it.
because he's still outside.
Okay, okay.
And so I'll let him, he's been level-headed, given the circumstances. So, yeah, I'll send him in and
Let him
then
know if he
you
wants
guys
to
can
speak with
talk.
us in any way, shape, or form. We will
And-
try to make it right however best we can.
Yeah, sounds good.
You should call the next one. He's on his way. He didn't answer my phone calls.
Yep, I see him over there. All right. Do me a favor. Put your hands behind your back. Yes, sir. Do you have a shirt on underneath?
Yeah, let me take it off.
All right, go ahead. All right. Palms together. Thank you, sir. Hold on. Wait right there for me. Do you have a shirt on underneath? No. You don't have a shirt on underneath? No. All right. We can just palms together. I'll let you handle that, but I need you. Rotate. No, this way. There you go. Rotate your hand. There you go. Relax. I'm trying not to pinch you, bro, but you, there you go. Look. All right, let's step over here. We'll get to that. I got you. Face that one.
Yeah, get that little, this long time I got.
Mm-hmm. Am I able to offer to call somebody for them if they want me to?
Sure.
Do you guys want me to call anybody?
My wife.
My husband is on there.
Even in handcuffs, they pleaded with the officer. They asked him to speak with the victim, hoping to find a way out of arrest.
What's that, Miss Name? I gotta confirm. I think it's a felony though.
What?
Now I want you to pay attention to how nice the regional manager is. She offered to call someone for them. I wouldn't offer to call anyone. I would be so annoyed that they dared to do that while you're at work. And at the end of the day, she was very nice to offer that. Now, but please pay attention right here, because this is where they start copping pleas. And remember, the supervisor said again. Didn't he say it twice? He said again. I'll say it again. I didn't take anything out of there except trash. Now watch him start copping pleas. The first one to do so.
So look, come on, man.
I don't have my phone on me. It's in the car. The victim wants to, not me. I did talk to him. I did. And he is too.
I know, but we couldn't talk to him.
What?
They said we couldn't.
They said we couldn't talk to him.
Talk to the man. I'm trying to get everything rectified.
Okay, so we'll do this. My partner left to go get the van. Once he get back here, I'll go talk with the victim because he's still here, and we'll go from there. All right.
Because it's really ugly about this right here. Just that'll be good if you can.
I got you.
I ain't going over. I just got to understand. I'm not doing that.
I'll
people were
adamant, like he really, because I mean, you came home all your shit gone. How would you feel?
I ain't saying, but I don't keep up with all the residents.
No, I'm talking about your personal house. You came home all your stuff gone. You be mad.
Yeah, but somebody can rectify the situation.
Right. But like I said, if that wasn't offered earlier, you know what I'm saying? When I spoke to everybody individually, nobody said, hey, let me talk to him. Let me try to.
Now he's talking about he's trying to rectify the situation. Honey, you should have stolen that man's property in the first place. You wouldn't be in this issue. Talking about rectify.
Yeah, you did. But the thing was, you offered his bed. You don't want his bed back. It's already been gone to somebody else's house.
Talk to the dude so we can rectify it. Give me some.
I can only do one thing at a time.
I'm sitting right here.
I
ain't going on.
Got you. And then we go from there.
That'd be good. You can just get this stuff out with you, in the presence. So nothing, won't break out.
Be quiet.
Just see.
You want headphones? Just to make sure. I know. Okay.
I did see my camera coming back.
So the man said he don't want to put charge again and stuff like that.
That's just it. It's on him. He's a victim.
Right.
I can't do no moves without the victim word.
So you can't bring him in so we can talk to him?
I can't bring him in. No, I can't do that. But I can go talk to him. I can't just leave out in here covered. No, it's liability, man. I can't. Nah, not that way. It don't work that way.
All right, Jay, I'm trying to get you to catch before he leaves.
He not leaving. Yeah.
Yeah. What do I gotta do to do that?
You will contact.
Ready to expand your online business? With Equid for Facebook, you can instantly import your existing Equid.
10-4. You see the front? So the police department, you can go there, give them that case number. They can give you a copy of it. Or if you call that number, the front desk, I believe that they were emailing them during COVID. I think they might still be, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay. So I've been sent out here, try to talk to you by the gentleman inside, by the maintenance crew. They want me to plead their case for you, to you about, listen, I know, but I'm a man of my word, like the same way, you know what I'm saying, vice versa. They said they could get your stuff back, or give you your stuff back, but try to see if there's anything you'd be willing to do for them not to get arrested today. Sound good. I'm a man of my word. Remember I told you that earlier, right? Yeah. If they ask me something, I present it to them. Same way if you say, hey, look, just tell them I get my stuff back. That's it. But
invasion of privacy, total disrespect.
I don't expect you to take it. And I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, they asked me to do it.
I understand.
I'm going to do it. Also, too, the regional manager's inside. She wants to know if you wanted to talk to them about anything.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Process, I'll talk to them.
Perfect. See, we're catching on.
Thank you.
All right.
He still got his stuff back.
And he will be in.
Okay.
Ultimately, all three suspects were charged with first-degree burglary and transported to the DeKalb County Jail.
Don't do the crime if you can't do the time, folks. That's the lesson for today. Okay, that was just plain stupid. Why would you risk your job and go into jail just to steal somebody's stuff? And here's the thing that you have to think about too. Please pay attention. If someone is being evicted, there's a chance that they may be down on their luck. Usually that's the case, which is why they're usually getting evicted. Now, in this man's case, he had nice things in there and he was out of town working. So I don't know why he was actually being evicted. If there was some sort of incident that happened, because there's different reasons why people become evicted. Not all the time is it because you didn't pay your bills. Maybe there was some sort of altercation in the residence or violation of policies or something like that. I don't know. But remember in the very beginning, they said that the tenants had made arrangements to peacefully remove his items from the building. So why would they use the term peacefully? Makes me think that maybe there was something happened as to why he was leaving, not necessarily because he didn't pay his rent. But nonetheless, those three, I think they have done this before. I think they have done this before. And also, I think that the manager was in on it. I think she knew what was going on. And so she should have been arrested because remember, she was trying to lie in the very beginning until the tenant quickly told her that he had receipts. When he said, I have the text messages or the emails or something for the communications. Because she said, oh no, it was supposed to be Sunday. He said, no, she was supposed to come Saturday and she couldn't get in. And then she started changing her story. So I think she absolutely knew something about what was going on. At the end of the day, it's sad that they're all going to jail. I hate to see it happen, but hey, they did the dirt. And they didn't have any empathy or sympathy for that person who was being evicted. You would think that someone would have a level of compassion, seeing as how someone's getting kicked out of their property. Then you're going to add insult to injury by stealing their things. All right, this is all crazy. Okay, Leon said exactly, Queen. Okay, thank you. Jay Gray said you can be evicted if an owner wants to move back into their home and you refuse to leave. Right, there's different reasons. So at the end of the day, T of y'all said Queen, she was in on it, the manager. I absolutely think she was. I absolutely think she was. And let me just tell you all something. So my friend told me last week, that a person who works with him at UPS got fired. This guy's been there for like 30 years. Okay? 30 years, has all these benefits and all this. This fool called his wife and told her to come up to UPS so he could fill her car or truck up, and he was siphoning the gas. And so got caught because they have cameras everywhere. And then his behind he got fired. He's lucky he didn't get arrested, but he got fired from that good job just because you're up here stealing gas that you could clearly have paid for. You see, some people always want to take the easy way out. They always want to get something for free. And it's not even worth it. Why would you be so ignorant? And it's the embarrassment of it all. Who wants to be escorted away in handcuffs and placed on a paddy wagon? Please. That was all crazy. And just so you all know, Royals, Jeff ATL said that if he's going down, we're all going down. So just to let you know that if we commit a crime, Jeff's going to snitch. Jeff's going to snitch. He already confessed. All right, just so y'all know. I'd have been snitching too. I'd have been like, you know what? It was the Royals. Ma'am, who are the Royals? Oh, those are my YouTube subscribers. Okay, it was Miss Cookie, Anita Harrell, Sophie B, Buckhorse DC, Perplex, Truth Brown, the Prince of Paraphernalia, and Claudette Moore. That's who it was. Do you need any more information? Ma'am, could you please go live on YouTube so we can catch them while they're in the chat? Sure. I have all their emails. I absolutely cannot. Messiac said, Queen, no. Oh my goodness, but that was so ridiculous. Sad to see all three of them go to jail knowing they're going to lose their jobs. And if they're convicted, which they likely will be, unless the guy decides for whatever reason to drop the charges, and then they'll be convicted felons. They won't be able to get that kind of job again. And one of them said that he lives on the property. He's probably going to get kicked out of there now. All a sad set of circumstances. They should not have done it. Okay, Jay said, D Queen is going to snitch. Okay, Timberland said, Queen, I would love for you to do a teaching on poverty mindset. Yeah, you know what? I will. Let me write that down because that's what that was. Why did they feel that they had to steal? Also nefarious. With that all being said, beloveds, Queen, when you laugh, you make me laugh, says Truth Monger. Thank you, beloved. You know, a lot of people tell me that. Dorana said, oh, Lord, Queen, where's the loyalty? You all are the loyal royals, not me. I never said anything about being loyal. Y'all know I'm joking, honey. You know I wouldn't say a word. Like I told you, if you know you did it, just keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything. They'll use it against you when you go to court. Okay? And I don't talk to the police. All right? So just always remember, yeah, I plead the fifth. That's what you do. Now, if you didn't do anything, however, well, you may want to talk. But even in some cases, if you didn't do anything, you may not need to say anything, depending on what they're accusing you of. And then T. Cope asked earlier, I believe it was T. Cope that asked, if you plead the fifth, Is that basically, saying that you did something or making you look guilty? Well, no. They may think that you did something if you say you plead the fifth, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you did something. Some people just don't want to get tripped up. They don't want to say the wrong thing. The police can sometimes, and here's the thing. Think about it like this. With the Central Park 5, those young men were all innocent, but they spoke to the police without the presence of their attorneys, without even their parents being there or guardians, and they were found guilty, and they all confessed. Okay? They confessed because they were under duress, and they were lied to. So the best thing to do, the police have very good interrogative tactics. Okay? So with that all being said, it may behoove you to not say anything, even if you didn't do anything. Okay? That's how that can go. That's how that can go. Now, here's the thing. In a case like with the case of DeAndre Cottrell and his friend Julian Morris, like where someone that's close to you is, missing or something like that happens to them. Now, if you know you didn't do anything, in my opinion, you should be more than willing to speak with law enforcement to tell them what you know so you can aid in the investigation to find out what happened to the person. But in certain situations, you might just need to keep your mouth shut. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Simply get paid, said Queen forgot to blame FedEx. Come on. Come in, it's open. Okay? At the end of the day, you know what? The good thing is that he had a relationship, the tenant that is, had a relationship with his neighbor across the hall, and they had cameras and had them on footage. Because had they not been caught on camera the way they were lying, they probably would have just gotten away with it. And now, except for the one who started talking right away, he confessed to it. He confessed to it before he even spoke to the police. Remember, the manager said one of them already confessed. David, I think that was his name. Poor David. Poor David. Juju B said, I wouldn't tell Queen. Okay? Just keep your mouth shut. All right? That's what you got to do. All right, so with that all been said, I love you all to life. I'm going to conclude the broadcast. Don't forget to like and share. And for those of you who follow the spiritual channel, make sure you tune in at 6 o'clock. Okay? Make sure you tune in at 6 o'clock because we're going to be live. We're going to talk about those monitoring spirits. If you missed the broadcast yesterday, please go back and watch. All right, with that all being said, I love you all to life. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Hey, yo, Nick, hit him with that flavor. All in my skin. God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got